Before getting into today's episode, we'd like to thank Mac Performance PT for sponsoring the Walk On Pod. For more on their services and contact information, click the link in our Instagram bio where you will be led to their website. Mac Performance PT, helping Sacramento athletes live life without limits. Thank you for tuning back into the Walk On Pod. I'm Luka Dolovich. Below me is Tommy Ball, and to my left is Jared Waters. And this is the Walk On Pod. Like I said before, fellas, we are all over the place today. I think this is one of our first recordings where we are in completely separate places of the world that we did not plan on. So, thank you for making it work. We are here. Let's have a great episode. How are we feeling today?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good.
Yeah,
nice,
man.
nice and sunny out here.
Happy
Yeah,
Saturday.
This guy's flexing on us early. Like,
Yeah.
is that a Lulu hoodie
I-
you got on? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Of
Like,
course,
it's
of course
just,
it is. You know what the LG does, bro.
you know, the
he's
crazy.
He's the LG now. Man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. You know, the craziest part about all this
2024.
too. The crazy about all of this is if you're watching, Tommy Ball is wearing his own TB merch right now. I don't know if see, this is the thing. He didn't think I noticed. Like, you gotta see. He got the TV merch on, so like everyone's just, I didn't know I had a show out today, but I guess we had to. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
He's got
fellas,
the dum-dum stick. Is that the dum-dum stick?
Yeah, you know what it is, man.
I knew exactly what that was.
this is crazy. This is great. Let's get into our scatter reports. Let's get into our scatter reports. You know how it goes. Each week we talk about the world of sports, except for the one time Jared went a little rogue. But who are we starting this week? Who are we sitting this week? What are we liking? What are we not liking? Tommy, do you want to go ahead and fire it off?
I'll go last today.
Okay. I have one. I can kick us off.
Luke, I'd like to hear what you have. See what kind of
So-
energy you're on.
So I have a
2024.
Yeah. No, so I have a start, and we're gonna go ahead and start my man, Brian Dable, the head coach of the New York Giants, and I'm gonna start him for one specific reason. There was a recent clip where one of the reporters, he was, they're in like a little press conference, and Dayball was like, "Sorry, I was looking at your hair," to one of the reporters that was asking a question, and the reporter turned back and said, they like laughed a little bit and said, "Are you jealous?" And he brushed it off. He played along with the joke. And this isn't the first incident where the New York Giants reporters have had this little playful banter back and forth with Daboll, but he always turns it into like a little joke. He has a good relationship with them, and I just I want to tip my cap to the guy because we've seen it over the years when coaches can take any little comment and turn it into the most malicious thing of all time. And sometimes the reporters are just poking fun at them and like having a good time and sometimes in a serious manner. But the Giants season was poor to say the least. They had a revolving room of quarterbacks. There was the whole Saquon Barkley thing to start the year off. They lost a lot of games. Just left you wanting a lot more as a Giants fan, I'm sure. And we're in Week 18, and he's able to joke around with his reporters who may or may not be throwing jabs at his bald head. I think that's commendable. And so I just want to go ahead and start the guy. It says a lot about his character, and he doesn't take himself too seriously. And in a world of sports that sometimes people do. So I enjoyed that. I thought it was pretty funny, and whatnot. What a great way to start 2024 off. With a start of my man Brian Daboll.
Yeah, that's a crazy
start,
take,
man.
but I'm not mad at it.
I think it's awesome.
How many New York Giants players do you have playing this week? Fantasy is that done?
Fantasy's done, man. Fantasy's
Oh,
done.
are you guys done? Oh, okay, got it.
Everyone's done. If you play a Week 18 championship, you're not a serious person. You're not
I
a
feel
serious.
bad for you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. I think
Yeah.
that's what's happening in our league. So we have to take that up with our commission.
That's really bad. Guys are
like
just sitting out.
I don't like the 2 week. Well, because we do the 2 week playoff, so it's like I don't like the 2 week playoff. So
That's bad.
I don't necessarily not like a 2 week playoff. I just don't think Week 18 should be in play because like our headline matchup is Mason Rudolph versus Tyler Huntley today. Like, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. No, I agree with you. I just didn't know that we were the only ones that didn't do that.
Yeah, I would say
Christian McCaffrey's not playing this week.
Yeah, so the guy that's in the championship that's going to win has McCaffrey, and but there's guys out on both sides though, so it doesn't. It's like a wash. Yeah, I just feel like you see this stuff.
Played Week 18.
I don't know if it's a new thing we did this year because I know last year we didn't. So I don't know if it's how the league was set up, but I think back to what we talked about before, like I think the sleeper app is coming for our league. I think it's time. I'm gonna put a petition out.
This isn't the episode where we're gonna do this, but believe me, there's and I know the PED's fantasy chat, a couple of people listen to this podcast. That time is coming where I'm gonna go ahead and have my rant about our league, but it's not today. It's not today.
Okay. Let's not make
and
it today.
With that, Jared, who are you starting, who are you sitting this week?
Oh man, I was going back and forth. This is really tough. This might be recency bias. But I feel like it's time. It is 2024. It's a new year. The NBA season is in full swing, and I think it's finally time. I got to start Wemby, man. I got to start Wemby. I think it's like not that he hasn't proven, but like to do what he did against Giannis, even though Giannis probably won the matchup, like that's scary to do that at that age. And the picture that the Spurs posted is like probably the best pick of the year. The block.
Yeah.
The block on Giannis. Like I just saw that. I'm like, bro, who does that to Giannis? No one does that to Giannis.
It was crazy the way it unfolded too, because he really got bumped under the rim, but still blocked him. Like he got bullied under shouldered and then still came back and met him at the rim.
Bro, the behind the back power, the John Wall to the dunk, the freaking off the glass.
He's ridiculous.
Like to do that on like a national stage and to like just be not phased. And then I was like looking on Twitter and they were showing his stats against the best defensive centers in the league, and he's been cooking them.
Yeah.
Like I didn't realize it was that like bad. And then they were showing all his stats and the rookie, like how there's a question like, oh, Chet's outplaying him and stuff like that, which like no disrespect to Chet because their team is like killing and the Spurs are bad. But like he's first in literally every statistical category except for like one for rookies.
No, he's crazy.
Like,
I saw a tweet. Now that you brought this up, it said, has the Rookie of the Year award turned into the best rookie or the rookie on the best team versus the best rookie in the league? And I feel like that's what it's going to come down to between Chet and Wemby right now.
No, it's got to be, bro. It's got to be Wemby. Like, dude is like, again, and I also don't want to get on a rant today. Today's not the day, but I personally don't like, I hated it when they did it with, I hated it when they did it with Blake Griffin. That's the first one I remember. They did the same thing for Ben Simmons. Like, bro, if you get drafted in the year and then you get hurt and you miss the whole season, like you're not eligible. You're not a rookie. Like to me.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't like it either.
I don't like that idea. That like
not a fan of the red shirt
like
rookie.
A whole year.
Yeah, like what is
a whole year in the system working out, like
yeah, because like I mean, Chet probably could have came back 2 months left of the season last year, but they were bad and they were like, you know what I mean, like he could have played. I don't know. To me, it's just, bro, the year you get drafted, like it sucks that you got injured, but like now you're just like you're hurting. Like it's clear that Wemby is the best rookie, and he's a true rookie. Like if you stack him up against all the other rookies, it's not close.
I agree with that.
So that's I think to me like it's just I guess I looked at it like 2024 new year and like you can really see what's going to happen in this year even well like from January 1st to January or December 31st like the growth and like the maturation of Wemby is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Like it's just nuts. Like when he blocked the shot and then he came down, hit the three. Like I'm just like, oh, who else does this stuff?
No,
nobody.
Yeah.
No.
So that's my start. It's probably
start,
a corny start, but like, yeah, I just feel like I have to give him his love right now.
Well, I feel like it's not a start to where you're like obviously everyone knows what he's capable of, but more you're just like welcome to the superstar
the Wemby
realm,
show.
essentially.
Yeah, we're welcome
like
to the
it's here.
Wemby show, bro. Yeah, like that's prime. Like that's prime viewing TV right there. Like I want to watch that matchup.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Which is crazy because you got one of the contenders versus a team that's been struggling.
One of the worst teams.
So it's like, yeah, it's big time.
Yeah.
All right, Jimothy.
Yeah, fellas, this start's pretty simple for me. Got Michael Penix Jr. as my start.
Oh, that's a good start. I
think he put on an absolute clinic against Texas, and I expect nothing else to happen Monday night. I think he's going to keep going. And I think Washington's going to win. So, I mean, that guy, he's had, and his story is just amazing. 2 torn ACLs. I think he blew his labrum out too. He's had like 3 or 4 season-ending injuries, and
Yeah.
he's an older guy, but he stayed the course and 14-0 right now, with a chance to win a national championship, and he just boosted his draft stock a lot. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool to see, and they're good, dude. They're so fun to watch on offense. That receiving core is amazing. And I swear, he just makes his deep ball is crazy. It's literally just right. He hits them right in the chest or the hands every time, and it's like a 50-yard pass. It's so nuts.
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
he's crazy. That's a great pick, Tom. That's a great
he's
pick.
he's ready, and it's funny you talked about his draft stock because we had this conversation in the group chat, Tom. Like,
Yeah,
he's making people have those conversations that probably a month ago people didn't think were going to be had.
right.
Which
Yeah.
is, I mean, I feel like we always have this. You have the same thing in March Madness and same with college football playoff, where like there's going to be somebody that like comes out on top that ends up boosting their draft stock
For
ridiculous
sure.
heights. And but yeah, I mean, it is cool too because like the way social media is now and stuff, like there's so many breakdowns of just the game, to be honest, and his pocket presence and his decision making and his confidence is he's a pro already, and it's pretty
Yeah, and
impressive.
he's got a funky release. He's a lefty. Like, it's cool. A
Yeah,
lot of people say he kind of throws like Phillip Rivers, but left-handed. I think that's kind of funny. It's a good comparison.
Yeah.
Billy
He
Riv,
probably
man.
throws it. Phillip Rivers is amazing. No disrespect, but Penix probably throws it harder than Rivers even
Yeah,
does.
yeah, I think so. I
So
think so.
The throw alone where he
On the
split the
sideline.
2 defensive
Oh
backs.
yeah,
No, the
the
one
touchdown,
over the
the
middle.
post
Yeah,
route. Yeah, yeah.
that alone, I literally was like, he's putting on a clinic right now.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
this is crazy.
The
so I,
confidence you have to throw that pass in the college
Yeah,
football playoff, the type of game that it was coming down to, like
it's
that is
nuts,
crazy.
man. And his
yeah,
receivers are damn good, but
Yeah,
I still think he'd be elite regardless.
yeah, I
yeah.
think so too.
No, so I have 2 questions because I'm actually genuinely curious. So because I don't pay attention to college football. So one is like how many quarterbacks in the league, like I guess how many jobs do you think he's better than right now, or how many quarterbacks do you think he's better
Ooh.
than right now? That's my first question, and then my second question is I need a breakdown of what's going to happen on Monday.
Hmm. I mean, Luke, I'll answer the second question if you want to answer that first question, Luke.
Yeah, that's a really good question because as we've learned a lot with rookie quarterbacks, system does matter a lot. But I honestly think he comes in the top 20 quarterbacks, to be honest. I
Yeah,
think this rookie quarterback class is impressive. I like all 3 of the headliners, to be honest.
Okay,
Um, but the thing is, like, you know how it goes. Like, let's take someone like Bryce Young. Bryce Young is not a bad quarterback at all. Bryce Young is
they're
not
just
a
an
no,
bad quarterback.
awful team.
He have no O line. His number one receiver is an old white dude. Like, we're just like it's not. He's not in a great system. The things around him this year, particularly, are not setting him up for success. Take Trevor Lawrence. His first year and a half, people were calling him a bust, and now he's viewed as one of the franchise quarterbacks in the NFL. So it's hard to say immediately
Yeah,
what what it is. I think talent wise, like he's got to be up there.
yeah,
wi- and
just
he's
solely
gonna. I
arm
think
talent.
yeah, like he's got to be. I like I said, all 3 of these top 3, him, Caleb, and May. I think it's just they're all gonna have force issue the second they step onto
it's
camp next year.
it's just going to be like it's literally going to be luck of the draw where you land, right? Like because look at
Pretty
C.J.
much.
Stroud, right? Like and Anthony Richardson before he got hurt, like the luck of the draw of like the team that you go to, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, and that's well, I mean, we've seen it. It happens in all sports. Like that's just the way the
Right.
draft works. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
you have to go to the bad teams if you're that highly
yeah,
touted.
Yeah.
The NFL draft is different though because it's a lot more like it's different from the NBA draft because like more often than not in the NBA drafts you see best available being taken no matter the position, the fit, and anything. That doesn't happen in the NFL draft nearly as much.
Mm, gotcha.
yeah.
It's a lot more team need
What's
based,
needed? Yeah. Team need. Yeah. Yeah.
which
Because like
it
if you took
changes
the
things
most,
for sure.
Yeah, because if you took the top five talented players in the draft in the NFL, it's not gonna necessarily help those teams, right?
Right.
Essentially, yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
like you take so like even this year, like let's say the Bears decide to keep their
Yeah,
number one
that's
overall pick and they
it's
don't take a
crazy the
quarterback, like
conversation.
to not have take a QB number one overall in this QB class seems crazy. But if they're saying they're riding with Justin Fields, then Marvin Harrison Jr. is the right pick for them. And that doesn't mean he's the best, player in the draft or
Yeah,
best
right.
talent in the draft, which he might be, but you know what I mean? It's the way that this QB class is set up, it might be kind of crazy to say that.
Are
But
you trusting Fields or are you taking one of the three?
I'm a Fields believer, man. I'm a Fields believer.
All right,
I think,
fair.
yeah.
You know
They
better than me.
honestly
That's
need O
why I
line.
asked.
They need O
Yeah,
line more than anything. So I think
Yeah,
they'll
they
start. But
do.
if you get Marvin Harrison Jr., I think they're going to trade down. I think what's going to happen. I mean, this week we'll shape some things out, but I think Patriots will end up with the third pick. They'll trade down to 3 with the Patriots. Patriots will take Caleb at 1, and then Commanders will take one of the QBs at 2. The other whoever they want to take between May and Penix, and then Marvin Harrison Jr. will go 3 to Chicago. That's my guess.
Good
yeah.
pick.
Football is like so much. It's like that in baseball, right? It's like so much different. It's like one player can't change your franchise unless it is a quarterback that just like shines,
Yeah.
like
Right.
takes over. That's why it's like everybody takes the swing on them. So
Yeah.
So Tom, what's going to happen in
Yeah.
the game on Monday?
The second question, Jared. I watched both games Saturday. I will be honest, I did not watch Michigan at all this year. So Saturday was really my first time watching Michigan, like in a real start to finish game. I think it's kind of a clash of two polar opposites in a team. Like you've got an elite defense in Michigan. I think they had like 6 sacks on Milrow. They fly around in the secondary, and then obviously we talked about Washington's offense. That's a pro receiving core and a Sunday quarterback as well. So I think what it's going to come down to is can Washington do a good enough job defensively against the Michigan run game and then execute enough through the air? And I believe they can. I think that Penix will do a good enough job for them to win. So I'm riding with Washington, but that Michigan defense is good. But sometimes better offense is better than better defense. Good offense is better than good defense. So that's where I'm at. Just watching Saturday's games. This is just a one off of that.
Yeah. I believe you. I mean, Washington is the really good story, even though Michigan had all the turmoil with the sign stealing and all that stuff. So, like, are people going to asterisk their championship if they win?
No,
I wouldn't.
They shouldn't.
I
They
wouldn't.
shouldn't.
That's crazy.
They're a really good
That's
team
like
too. And
You know what's
JJ McCarthy's not a bad quarterback. So if JJ McCarthy plays a great game, they're going to be tough to beat. But he's a lot different than what Penix is.
Yeah. He doesn't need to make the plays. Like he's a winner.
No.
And he does what the team needs him to win. And
Michigan's running back, if they can contain Michigan's running back, they have a really good chance because that dude has 26 total touchdowns on the year. I think it's a Michigan record. Like he's just a game changer. Like he won that run he had in overtime was crazy.
Yeah, that was the game.
To get the touchdown, like that was the game. So it's going to be a fun one. I think I'm excited for this. I definitely think we're getting a better game than last year. So that's for sure.
Let's hope so. I agree too, though. I think I have the same stance as you. I'd also like to see it for the Pac-12. To be honest, I think
that'd be what a way to go out.
Yeah,
almost
to win
seems
the
a
whole
little
thing.
too almost seems a little too perfect story ending,
Storybook.
but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
I don't know.
go into the script.
No, I think it would be cool though. I think it would be cool. It'd be perfect for a 30 for 30.
Yeah,
the way the Pac-12 felt.
Yeah, riding out on the high. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, fellas. That was good. Little chatter there about a little
Tom,
of everything.
I like that, Tom. That was a good start.
Gotcha.
I know Keith will be happy when he hears the episode.
Yeah, facts. He's fired up for sure.
Do we want to quickly, because I know this is going to be a fun starting 5, but do we want to quickly just one little each of us give a one thought on this impending trade deadline coming up? Anything we'd like to see? I know I basically am asking this to the one with the Warriors flag up in the in his background, but look, I don't look. If we don't want to say anything, we don't have to say anything. I know we could talk about it again because it's in about a month, but there's just been a lot of talk recently.
All I'll say is with Chris Paul breaking his hand last night, I think it makes the deadline a lot more difficult for the Warriors.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen now. I felt like they were going to move him, and then he broke his hand. So now I have no idea.
Yeah, they literally the notifications on my Twitter was like 2 Eastern Conference teams are interested in Chris Paul, and then literally an hour later,
Yep,
broken hand.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have no idea.
So I
idea.
have one sentence after Tom's done.
The other thing I was gonna say, I can say it after. If Jared's still talking about the Warriors, I can say it after. Was just the Pascal Siakam thing. Like I saw the Kings were like hot on him, and then 3 hours later they pulled out. That was interesting to me. I don't know.
Reports.
Did you guys see that?
Yeah, so reports that I was seeing was they were demanding Keegan, which that's not going to happen. So
Right.
I think that was just like, all right, if you're just going to continue to push this issue, then we're not going to have these talks. So
yeah,
okay.
I think
I think he'll get moved regardless, though.
Yeah, 100%.
That was my only real sentence to it, because like we have a little bit of time until the things get really hot. I'm sure we'll have an episode right before the deadline, but I would just say Kings just need to go all in, man. That's it.
They do.
Like they just need to go all in. That's it. Like if you're gonna really make that push, like you're sitting in 5th right now. I don't think the Timberwolves are for real from a playoff standpoint, but Anthony Edwards is actually terrifying. So there's that, and the Nuggets are kind of just cruising, I feel like, and they're letting their young guys play, which is going to be scary for everybody else because they're gonna have a deeper lineup than they already have. So if I'm the Kings, I'm looking at it like just gotta go all in, man. Got to find a way to like
Clippers
push up
are
into
looking
that.
scary too, honestly.
Yeah, they're finally getting it together.
Yeah, they're really good. They've only lost 2 games in like 15 or something.
Yeah, they're legit.
Yeah, can we talk about how crazy James Harden is though? That's insane. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. That's insane.
It's crazy,
wild.
man.
Like,
man.
You're gonna have to see me, bro.
Yeah. So who's untouchable if you're the Kings? Like who can you absolutely not trade? Obviously Fox, Sabonis, but like.
So I think
Monk and
Keegan, but see, to
Those
me,
are the
like
only two.
I go after. I don't go after. I'm not going after Pascal. I'm going after like a connector. Like I'm gonna try to go get Jonathan Isaac, somebody like that.
Yeah,
I've always thought like that's really what they need. They need a big.
He's healthy. He's good.
Yeah, like a big defensive-minded wing, even like Patrick Williams, like because you're not gonna get Pascal without getting fleeced for draft picks and things like that. But like, I feel like you need to find a package that just makes you younger and bigger on the wings. You just need to be younger and bigger and more athletic. I know it's asking a lot, but like, bro, you might have to throw 2 first-rounders in there to go get somebody.
I think the answer is across the bridge, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think the answer is across the bridge. You want to get younger? Go ahead and take that young core from the Warriors that is not happy right now.
Go get
Kuminga
and Moody. And Moody.
Oof.
I don't know if the Warriors would do that.
They wouldn't. They wouldn't.
Yeah.
There's no win for them because they get older, and you put. But I just think, those two solve a lot of issues for them.
I mean, Kuminga and Moody would be nice under Mike Brown. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, especially Mike already has a relationship with him, right? So it's like,
I'm sure there's chatter. I'm sure it's just the Warriors. There's no chance. I'm sure Jared would doctrine his fandom if it did happen, but
no, I honestly, but to me, like I think for them, like not to flip flop back because to the Warriors, but like I feel like they've botched the drafts the last couple of years that like if I can get a couple first round picks for them, like if Steve Kerr's not going to play Moody or not going to play, like Moody hasn't been in the rotation the last 6 games, so it's like if you're not going to play him, just like that means that you don't rock with him and you're playing pods more. Like if you're going to choose pods over him, then like you might as well just move him and try to get a draft pick out of him. Like, cause at least then you can try again. Same thing with Kuminga, right? It's like you took these guys in the lottery, you had 2 lottery picks and then now they don't play.
Yeah, the Kuminga thing is weird.
Especially when Draymond's not playing.
The Kuminga thing is weird because he's really been playing well.
Since Draymond went out, he's been playing amazing.
Yeah. He's been
Yeah,
playing
so
really good. He played season high minutes last night. You guys saw that?
yeah, I saw the memes where he cut his hair to get
He
that
hit-
minutes and all that.
He hit Shams. He hit Shams and F Steve Kerr, and he played a season high in minutes.
Yeah, bro. I think that's to me like, so from their standpoint, like if I can get a couple first round picks, then I'm gonna do that and then just see what I can do
Yeah.
from there. But like if I'm the Kings, like you got to find a way to get something like something that really makes your team something you don't have. I guess that's what I mean by going all in. Like you need to find some kind of athletic big wing that can like match up because like all the teams in the West, that's what you need.
Mhm.
Yeah, OG would have been perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they
man.
weren't gonna give up what. That's what like Messiah is like. He's like he doesn't. It seems like he doesn't care if they win or lose right now. So it's like I'm just gonna hold out until like I'm gonna hold out and get as much as I can and fleece you for draft picks and stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't get the perfect package. Hang up the phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not like Patrick Williams. Like that's a reasonable get. Jonathan Isaac might be available because they have a log jam in Orlando. Like you might be able to go steal a couple of the young guys from OKC, like OC who doesn't play, and like other big wings.
Yeah,
like something like that, or go try to get Mikal Bridges, or what I mean, Cam Johnson, something of that nature.
Yeah. No, I think the next few weeks will be exciting in the league, to say the least. So I'm looking forward to
it.
it.
Always is. It always is. It's the best drama on TV.
Yeah, I agree.
for real.
I agree. All right.
Okay.
It's starting five time. Look, we've had this ongoing dialogue that Luke doesn't watch TV shows. And I wanted a chance to prove myself here. I wanted a chance to prove myself with the starting five TV show characters. And here's the
I
thing.
hope I'm right. I hope my intuition is right.
I think you're wrong. Because I already know what you're thinking, but I will say this too. We have, just to clear the air, we have done fictional basketball characters and we have done cartoon characters, and we didn't really talk about it too much. Those aren't off the table.
I don't have any repeats on my list.
Yeah,
I don't think I do.
I don't think I do either. So that's so we're good. But yeah, just so we're not crossing over to starting fives.
Got it.
That's what we're looking at. It's been a few weeks since we did a starting five, so I'm not going to pull up the results because I don't think it's relevant anymore. But I will
Luke,
say also,
I want you to go first.
I'll go first. I can go first. I will say, like I told these two last night, I do have a list of shows that I should get around to. Whether or not I do, we will see.
I'm actually more worried about me and Tommy having similar lists.
I am worried about that.
But I have a lot of backups, so I want Luke.
I have a lot of
interesting.
I think we'll be good, Jared. I think we'll be good.
All right, so I want Luke to go first because this is his deal.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and I'll go point guard right here. We're gonna keep it serpentine, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so point guard. This is one that you guys, I promise you weren't ready for this, but my point guard, I need them to be a locker room manager. They need to be able to manage a lot of personalities, run the team, keep everybody level-headed. So I have Carol Brady from the Brady Bunch. You guys might not know this. Growing up, the Avdo family, me and my sister, we watched the Brady Bunch religiously. And the mom, Carol Brady, she had to make sure she was in charge of all the different personalities in the house. There was a lot of kids, a lot of different dynamics in there. She was making sure everyone was still happy. So Carol Brady, that's a great point guard pick right there.
Young O didn't get to watch Carol Brady. What's up with that?
I think he was too young. Like I just don't, like when me and my sister were watching it a lot, he was still like too young to just like even watch TV. I think, or just like he might have, but not like appreciate it. So. Look, like I said, you guys weren't ready for what I had in the holster.
No, I wasn't ready for that. I thought we were gonna have another condiment type episode.
Nah, that's only you.
Want me to go second?
Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
All right, my point guard. We need a vocal leader. We need a vocal leader here. A guy who knows how to keep people under control in the locker room and just keep the guys happy. Jared might have crossed Jared's mind to pick this guy, but I think the height would have been an issue for him. But it's not for me because we can hide him on defense. Give me Tyrion Lannister at the one. I think Tyrion Lannister is just exactly what we need as a point guard. He might be on the shorter side, and that's okay. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. We won't worry about him to get rebounds. I got
Ah,
Tyrion Lannister at the one.
Was that Game of Thrones? I'm
God.
assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
best. That's actually the best character in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Wow, Tom, that's sad because I was right there with you. We're on the same page.
Yeah. Were you? Okay,
But
I wasn't sure.
I had a feeling. So I'm gonna take his counterpart,
Okay.
and it's 2024. We have to be all inclusive. So this young lady, she's just a showstopper. You know, she is the mother of dragons, and she knows how to lead multiple armies. So like, if there's something happens at the trade deadline and she's my point guard, I know she's going to be able to rally the troops because of how charismatic she is. So give me
Yeah.
Daenerys Targaryen as my point guard, the Queen of Dragons, Khaleesi.
It's a good pick, man. It's a good
It's
pick.
crazy. It's crazy because like I'm over here saying I don't want to watch it because it's all mystical and all this, and she's literally the queen of dragons. Like, do you see where I'm coming from? At least, like, at least give me that credit.
Dragons are real animals. What are you talking about? Have you not seen
Anyways,
dinosaurs? Yeah, come on, man. You haven't seen the artifacts?
all right. Well, who's your shooting guard, bro? I'm not gonna stress this too much.
Okay, so now I'm glad this is the great thing about Serpentine is that I know Tommy can't get this one, even though this might be on his list. And I didn't do this intentionally, but we're gonna stay with women power here. I feel like this shooter, like, she's young, she's quiet, but man, she can light up fast. And at the end of the day, I just need someone that I can really count on. And this character just took sports to another level. So give me 11.
Nice.
Dude.
11.
That's good. That's good.
11.
Yeah,
Great.
11 was at
All right, go
tryouts
ahead.
for sure.
Yeah.
11 was at tryouts for sure.
Yeah. No, it's
This one-
11.
That's a good pick. My shooting guard, I went with a Luke touch to it. This is a show I watched growing up. This guy, multiple episodes of him with the basketball in his hand. There was one episode where I think he was, I'm pretty sure he was shooting around with Kareem. He's big Warriors fans. Takes place in San Francisco. Give me Danny Tanner, aka Full House father, Bob Saget.
Nice.
Danny Tanner,
Wow.
the man. I've got
That's
him
good pick.
too. Rest in peace, Bob Saget. I got Danny Tanner. That's the guy right there.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice
pick.
That's a really good pick.
It's got some good wholesome TV shows going on here.
Yeah. So good.
Hey, like I said, man, you guys weren't ready for this.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
This one's not
On the
very
wing.
wholesome. So you want to talk about some of the fiercest competitors in NBA history, specifically at the shooting guard. Talk about Kobe's, you talk about your Mikes. The stories you hear about them, they're quite frankly, they're sickos. They're not okay in the head. They just care too much about being competitive, too much about their goal, and they're gonna do whatever it takes to achieve it. That's why I have Joe Goldberg at my shooting guard from you. I think anyone who's watched the show, knows that this guy's a sicko. And
What show is that?
You on Netflix, where he's basically
Oh God. No, I don't watch that. Yeah,
he's a sicko. Like, there's no other way to put it.
He's a sicko, Jared. He's a sicko.
I'm
But
good.
like I said, he's goal oriented and he's gonna do whatever it takes to get the job done. And that's who I wanted my shooting guard. At my small forward. Look, so here's the thing. Like, I'm multifaceted here. Like, I obviously like my shows that I like. And I could take the easy picks here. I could do this, but I want the people to know how invested I am in those shows. So my small forward is a relentless defender. Clamps. That's the best way to put it. Clamps, right? Give me prison Michael Scott. We're not just gonna take Michael Scott here. We're taking prison Michael Scott, because this guy, like, he only showed up in maybe a 2-minute span of the show, but my goodness, relentless defender on the wing. And I again, I have to have some office in this lineup. So I think he was a perfect fit.
I like it. Small forward, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. It's my small forward. We need a star player here. This is my two-way showstopper per usual. And it quite frankly, it wouldn't be a list without this series in it. And so I'm going with Din Djarin, aka the Mandalorian, at the 3 with his helmet on. He's going to be wreaking havoc on defense, and I feel like he's got a little bounce to him. So let me get Din Djarin at the 3. Pedro Pascal.
That's a good pick. I like that pick. Like it. It's nice. At my 3, small forward. This guy is the truest of all true utility players. This guy can do anything you need, right? You want him to farm, he'll farm. You want him to cause some havoc, he'll cause some havoc. You want this guy to run the office, he'll run the office. So this guy cares about the 3 B's. Beats, Bears, Battlestar Galactica. Give me Dwight Schrute.
Can you say that again, by the way?
Did you mess it up? Did he mess it up?
I mean, look. I'll let the viewers, go ahead. And
I
guess it, but it's fine.
I want him to see. Yeah, give me
It's
Dwight
okay, though.
Schrute.
He said it's fine. It's fine. Oh, all right. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have him in my starting 5, but I just wish you just gave him
it
his
better.
justice and quoted things correctly.
Yeah. Well, that's not my style. So at the power forward, now this guy's a real pit bull. This guy, if I need defense, if I need a lob, even if on his smaller stature, this guy's just a pit bull in the paint. He's really he's gonna be my Ron Artest. Give me Ari Gold from Entourage. Ari Gold, one of the greatest TV characters ever invented. Ari Gold.
That's one of the shows I still need to watch.
Yeah, that's actually high on my list.
Yeah, gotta watch it. It's amazing. Ari Gold.
My 4, similar to Jared, this guy's going to do the dirty work. And if you watch these shows, he's in 2 of them. He is the king of doing all the slimy stuff that nobody else wants to do. And he's so elite at it. And that's why I've got Mike Ehrmantraut, Breaking Bad / Better Call Saul. This guy.
That's your guy.
This guy does the dirty stuff, and he is so good. I mean, he's gonna get us so many rebounds. He's gonna take charges.
Him and Ari are gonna be fighting down there, man.
That's gonna be a battle.
This is
Wait, man.
dirty basketball.
You guys aren't ready.
Let's hear who Luke's got at the 4.
Because
this could be crazy.
I'm throwing another person in the mix that fits these matchups. This is a Dennis Rodman pick. He's not okay in the head.
Yeah.
Like he's a crazy competitor. This guy is nuts. And his name is literally Crazy. I have Crazy Steve from Drake and Josh at my 4. Bro, like you guys are telling me this guy's not going to be a relentless rebounder? You're crazy.
So good.
He literally has Crazy in his name.
He literally has Crazy. You can't tell me that's not my Dennis Rodman down there. He
That's
has
a
20
great pick.
rebound, no point games in him.
You didn't
And
want
that's
to go
what we
with
need
his
him to do.
You didn't want to go with his alter ego and iCarly.
No, Spencer. It's just he was too. I don't know the word. He was too mellow. Like there's just too much civilization there for him. I need Crazy Steve, the one that you never know what he's gonna do because the defenses never know what he's gonna do. So like he just fits perfectly. Crazy Steve is great too. And
Crazy Steve is crazy. That's actually a great pick. I don't even know who that is. I've never seen that show.
I was kind of expecting Grandpa Nichols from you. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Papa Nichols was in there, but yeah, no, Crazy Steve. I felt like had a better impact on that show.
That's awesome.
In my
That's a
center,
great
I'm really glad that I got to my center because I was worried he was going to get taken. But my center, he feels a lot like Jokic to me. Like his persona in the show is kind of like Jokic, where he's just a big man that he has an aura that people are attracted to, and he's a leader. I got Jim Hopper from Stranger Things at my center, man. I think.
Wow, that's a good pick.
Hopper.
This guy's a leader, man. He's a relentless competitor, and like
he's same body style, same body type.
They're built the same. They're literally built the same. Like that's what I'm saying.
Hopper's a bruiser in the paint for sure.
I love my
five. That's a good pick. Yeah, I do like your 5. You have a good vibe. I'm actually
I've got to match your center with another guy who's going to get physical, set some good screens, get some rebounds, and plain and simple, that's why we've got the man himself, the GOAT, the legend, Peter Griffin. Peter Griffin at the 5. He's going to be out there working.
That's an awesome pick.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Peter Griffin and Jim Hopper mix it up.
Yeah, man, we got some big time matchups.
It's gonna be really sad when both those guys when my center gets in there, because this guy, he's all about his business. He ran maybe the greatest TV show of all time, and he just did it with such class and ferocity. Give me Tony Soprano at the 5.
Yeah.
So I'm sure Jokic's brothers know who he is. So,
Yeah.
so I got Tony Soprano at my 5.
Our front courts are gonna be. It's gonna be a gross game in the front.
It's gonna be it's gonna be gnarly. Now at the walk on, I had 2 separate ways I wanted to go here. I feel like I gotta stay. I have to give this show its love, so I'm gonna go the safer route. But this character kind of came out of nowhere. She's another strong, powerful woman, but she didn't start that way in the show. And the maturation of her character and the character arc is one of the best that I've seen out of any show. So give me Ruth Langmore as my walk on from Ozark. Just the way she started out in the first episode when you see her, it's just this petty criminal, and how she turned into who she turned into was just, and how they ended the show for her is just like, yeah, Ruth Langmore is my walk on, man. She embodies everything we want here.
That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah, Ruth Langmore.
My walk on. He's also got that mindset, and this is recency bias for me. This is a Suits character. This is a guy who gets overlooked, man. He just works so freaking hard. And one of his partners is a basketball guy, so I think you can pick up a couple tips from him. Give me Lewis Litt as my walk on. Lewis Litt is a guy who's just going to work so hard to get the job done for the team, and he's going to help all our guys out. So I got Lewis Litt as the walk on.
Lewis Litt is turnover prone. My walk on. So I've said it on here multiple times. You know, my 3 shows that are, you know, they're staples. You got The Office, you got Drake and Josh, and so I need my One Tree Hill character. And the thing is, One Tree Hill is a basketball show, so I had to make sure that, you know, I didn't want to overlap with any of the fictional basketball characters that we had. This is going to mean nothing to you two because you haven't watched it, but I have Mouth McFadden as my walk-on pick. Mouth McFadden, he's the head of RavenHoop.com, where he's the announcer. He's the play-by-play commentator, and he's best friends with Lucas Scott, and he's in the show from season 1 to season 9, and he's all the time. He's the voice of reason in the show. He's the character that everyone loves. He's never doing anything that he shouldn't do. He's making sure people are living right. He's doing all the little things to make sure the team is staying in order. And that's what you got to do as a walk-on, you know? You got to be the guy in the locker room that's living right. That's being a leader by example. You might not have the voice that you want, but you know, he found his voice. He wasn't going to find it on the basketball court. He found a way to contribute to the team without actually putting ball in the basket. So I got to give it to Mouth McFadden. I think all my One Tree Hill watchers will agree with this pick that he's not only a staple in the show, but he's one of the best characters. So shout out to my guy.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
I like it.
I'm not gonna lie. I love my 5, man.
I won't lie. I was gonna say that is that out of all the 5s you've done, I think this is your guys' 5s I've been most excited about. I like both your guys' 5s. Like if I lose this week, I'm okay with losing this week.
It's a good list,
surprising
man.
to say.
Good TV shows on there. There's just so many
there's some
TV
good
shows to pick from, man.
It's so hard. I know, because like shout out Mad Men and House of Lies and freaking. I wanted to put the one I have to say this now that we're done is that I wanted to put Alan Harper from 2.5 Men because he's the anti walk on because he does nothing. He does nothing that a walk on would do. He's slimy. He's lazy.
That's a good one. I was just thinking about all the shows. I was thinking about some Boy Meets World characters.
Yeah, dude. Kanga. Come on, man.
Corey. There could have been some good ones, man.
Yeah, no,
that's fun. That was good. I like good idea, Luke.
Yeah, that was a nice one. I was very impressed by your performance, Luke. That was nice.
Yeah.
Carol Brady kicking it off. You guys knew that I was ready.
I was
today.
not ready for that. I was thinking the whole Office starting 5 was coming.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad you didn't because
like I said, I had to show some versatility, man.
Yeah, that was nice. But you know, when the lights are bright, and the cameras are rolling, and the stage is set, I'm gonna get my 50 chips tonight. because I want to shine when the Emmy Awards come around and I'm looking right.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Snaps
I
in
had,
the chat. Snaps in the
yeah,
chat.
yeah. I had to
I
like
like
cut
it,
the
Jared.
scene right there. I didn't wait for you to tell me. I was like, it's like we gotta get the scene right.
Yeah. No, I like that. I like that. I like that.
Oh yeah. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your sunny day, Jared. And Luke, hopefully the
It was
hotel
nice.
room's comfortable enough.
Yeah, man. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
But this is
Yep.
episode 75. Wow,
We're getting there.
the third quarter quell, if you will, for our podcast.
Nice.
I like
just,
that.
I just rewatched the Hunger Games, so I had to
Yeah.
throw that one in there. So appreciate all you listeners. Happy Sunday. Have a great week. These are your favorite walk-ons. We're walking out.